I think I'm up for a challenge. Okay. But what challenge?
Oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
Haha. Now, let's go do some thrifting.
I decided to go to a restaurant in Manila Seguraso, where I live, and just right at the very entrance of the shop, well, this is what was there. And I was immediately drawn to it. Well, obviously, as you can see, that's a lot of work in there, but the piece looked pretty nice, I think. I really like the patina on the outside. But let's see what else we can find here. Next in line was this wooden table, kind of chewed in that one spot. And I thought, like, well, okay, it's kind of cute, solid pine, but, well, I don't know. As I said, solid pine, it could be nicely cleaned up, 30 euros, but, let's look some more. Then we had this vintage table that looked really cute. It was pine again, but I thought, okay, there was this crack there in between the slats, but it was on the other side as well, so I wasn't sure exactly whether it's supposed to be like this or not. But I thought it was in a quite good shape, so someone could just clean it and use it. So no, I decided not to take it with me. The price here wasn't very encouraging, but this piece was absolutely cute and stunning. As you can see, the problem was that it was just separating, was, you know, lack of glue, and it was loose on the joints. But I really loved it. It was in a very good condition. Everything sliding very well. Look at the dovetail. So obviously this is quite a new piece, but made of solid beech, with here with a little bit of other wood and veneer, but it was very solid, very well made piece. The only thing I could say, like, not that happy about was this is the bottom of the drawer. The only thing I didn't like that much was that marble on the top, because that limits my possibilities a lot. But yeah, that piece was brilliant. If I lived in the US, I would have snatched those two nightstands straight away. They were perfect for a quick makeover. I think the tops rim was made of solid birch, and the center, the insert, was plywood and birch veneer, but these two were perfect for a quick makeover. So yeah, but that if I lived in the US. When I looked at it, there was, yeah, a really deep sigh, because this would be a brilliant piece to work on if I was living off making content. But because I live off commissions, I couldn't take that piece with me. There was beautiful veneer on it. The piece was solid wood with some veneer. And yeah, it was really pretty. Obviously, signs of age, stains. The veneer wasn't chipping very badly, but here, probably you can see it right now. You see air bubbles, so the veneer was not glued in those places, so that would be a lot of work for me. which I would love to do, but as said, I don't live off the content, so yeah, but can you see the top? Can you see this beautiful veneer on the top? Well, it will have to wait for some other occasion. Yeah, just keep on touching it because I really liked it, but that had to stay behind. And here is another one. This one was, well, you can see pretty similar condition. Here you can see the veneer. I will show you on a close-up how it looked. Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, just preparing content. So this one came with a mirror that was pretty elegant, I would say. It was solid wood as well. I think it was even better made than the previous one. It was veneer on solid wood. Pine, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, here, can you see the veneer? There were very many chips of the veneer. Someone just used some stain or wax or something just to color it. There were problems with some of the poles, the handles. So again, I'd love to take it on, but at 80 euros, that's not. I thought this one was cute as well, but there was a lot of work on it. So nope. Just going around and having a look. It was 30 euros as well. Now let's move to the star of the show. Well, I saw this piece, I was like, oh wow. This one is solid wood. And it was in a pretty good condition, I have to say. It wasn't as damaged as the two previous ones I showed you. Okay, you've got the top coat that is peeling off. I think that's shellac, not 100% sure. So yeah, there is some of scratches. We've got some scratches here. Somebody probably left something there and it melted into the top coat. There is this little bit missing from the other side, but apart from scratches and this and some stains, that's in a very good condition. Nothing broken or particularly damaged. So yeah, but again, this is not a piece for me to take home. Now, this one, okay. There is a story behind this particular one that I will tell you some other time. This is mahogany desk. It was already sold, but I just thought that the golden detail on the rim was brilliant. I also had a look at some paintings and some frames. This particular one was really nice. I really liked this one. And some decoration. But I left a thrift shop empty-handed that day. And then, after the whole lot of hard work, as fruitless as it was, there was a time to get some strength. These are churros, very typical dessert served here in Spain. And of course, you have to eat it in the main square. This is Murcia's old town. And the most famous touristic attraction, the cathedral. It's very beautiful.
Hola! Hola!
Oh yeah, so I had to go to my other job and have a little bit of fun with the little ones. And it wasn't until the next day till I had chance to actually pick what I'm going to be doing for the challenge. So I decided that let's recycle a little bit what I've already got at hand. And I started with this ornate mirror. As you can see, it's got bits of chips, nice detail in the glass. And I had another one like it, a little bit bigger. Yeah, hello. I thought that pastel colors on those two would look really, really nice. So, yep. And let's get some more stuff, because just 2 mirrors, that's gonna be enough.
Okay, so here I've got a few more projects I want to tackle together with the mirrors. I've got here a metal frame. It doesn't have the glass that's supposed to go with it, but that's okay. I can work around it. Well, this doesn't look very well, so I want to clean it up and paint it, because that's the quickest way to deal with this, and it doesn't look very nice. So a coat of paint, that's gonna be fine. I need to take out all those little nails to get into it. I've got 2 frames. They were brand new and very cheap, so like a dollar store or something, and I've had them for ages. Can't remember exactly why I bought them at that particular point, but now, well, I want to put some embellishments around here to make them prettier and paint them. And here is a painting. I think it's just, I can't tell. I think this is a print. I don't think this is a real painting, but anyway, well, I like it, so I would like to keep it. However, there is, you know, the frame it's wooden, but it's not very well made. So first I need to sort the frame out and then other stuff. So I'm gonna start disassembling all of these. This has to be washed. This has to be washed. This is clean, I suppose. I need to glue the embellishments I want to be on them. And yeah, I'll take it from there.
Okie dokie, so let the disassembly begin. God, that would be brilliant if this process could be as quick as you can see it on the screen. It took me ages to disassemble and clean everything.
Alright, so this, as I showed you before, it's a wooden frame. So I don't think I'm gonna have any problems with dealing with that one. I just need to, you know, clean the corners here. Yeah, this is what someone glued and didn't clean up. Okay, so that's okay. And this is wood, which is different to the mirror frames, because I think they're kind of like a plasticky MDF whatever thing. It doesn't look like wood at all, so whatever I can do to it, that's gonna be an upgrade anyway. Yeah, so now I need to get all that cleaned very well with a toothbrush and everything, and I can start all the necessary repairs, and yeah, and we get going with that.
I started with the little frames and I applied the standard procedure. So first, I scuff sanded the frames and wiped them clean, you know, the standard procedure. And then I took out from my stash those little plastic, but anyway, embellishments I took off from one of my projects. So I'm all about recycling. So yep, I am going to glue these to the frames. One little bit in one corner and one little bit in the opposite corner. I mean, you know, going diagonally. Then I had a hard time deciding which way I wanted them to go.
Well, I've got two. I can make one of each though. Whatever.
Then I use a little bit of very strong glue to glue them down. And then I use a couple of nails to make sure that the embellishments stay in place. Next on my agenda was dealing with those holes. So I am going to use here a two-part epoxy. You need to cut a piece of this. This is two-color thing, okay? You need to knead it in your hands and put it in place quite quickly because it starts to harden and it dries as hard as rock. By the way, it's really hard to record a video for you with, holding the phone with one hand and then try to do some work with the other. While the glue and epoxy were drying, I jumped on to the next project. So I took out my Dremel and started to fix all the problems on the picture frame. If you were wondering about the kitties, well, Trudy is as cuddly as always. Always want pets, always want to cuddle. Salim and Bagheera, well, work is hard to do. But yep, they're always on my lap. Both of them at the same time. And Dante, well, Dante will always be Dante. He's the naughty one. If he is not breaking into the laundry basket, well, he's drinking my tea.
Dante. 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 Yeah.
Then it was priming time. I opted for a can of primer because very many of these frames I'm dealing with, they had loads of intricate details. And I would spend probably the rest of my life trying to prime it. So, prime it with a brush. So I decided that a can of primer is the way to go. Just after priming, I painted the frames, and the picture frame and the metal frame were okay. However, have a look at the mirror frame. Can you see the bleed through? That was absolutely wow. Okay, this is like, oh my God. So, and this is not only this one. The other frame is also bleeding through. So, as soon as they were ready, I gave the frames a second coat of primer.
Okay, so we're back to a frame project. Okay, so I decided that I am going to paint each frame in a different color. So here I've got this kind of like a weird mix. Okay, the paint is still there. I can hear it. Okay, as you can see, this mix of different colors, and the color actually works for what I needed, so that's okay. And the other frame is gonna go in this. Let's go. What color is this? Bamboo green. Okay, I'm not sure if this is exactly the bamboo color, but never mind. Okay, so one in one color, other in the other color, and I want a crackle effect on it as well. So yeah, so even if you don't agree with the colors, if you don't agree with my choice of the colors, rest assured that this is just for the crackle effect. So these colors are not going to be really very well seen. So anyways, let's paint it because I still got a lot of work to do.
And I did as I said. One frame was painted in this bamboo green color, and the other one in brown.
Alright, so this is all dry. I'm going to be using the crackle medium. And now it says that you should not be overworking it, so I need to put it and not move it. So here we go. Uh-oh. Don't move.
And again, when one project is drying, well, I move to another one just to make the most of the time I've got. And I started painting the mirror frames. Again, I really like that bamboo green, so I decided one frame is gonna go in that bamboo green. Well, and when that was dry, I painted the back of the frame as well. And I painted the other mirror in dusty pink, which I didn't record, unfortunately. Then I moved on to salvaging the metal frame, so the backing, as you saw at the beginning, was awful. Okay, it looked not nice, faded, kind of dirty. Even when I washed it, it looked dirty. So I decided that the remedy is going to be painted with a pitch black paint. As for the frame, I decided to go with old white chalk paint. As I had old white on my brush, I decided to go over the frames with crackle effect because that one was already dry. As you can see, the crackle effect is already starting as I'm painting it. However, in the end, I was not that keen on the actual effect on those frames.
Okay, so I put some varnish in one of my projects, and now we are back to the disaster. Okay, so it looks horrible, and I want to know if this is one of those trust the process or make a disaster kind of process. So we shall see. Okay, this looks okay. I'm just gonna put a coat of dark wax on it, so we'll see. That's gonna be beautiful, I know that for sure. I'm not sure about those two, but the thing is that I can always repaint it. It's just the paint, okay? So I'm gonna be working on them till that's gonna get better. So yeah, let's start with the dark wax now, and let's see what we can come up with.
I'm going to use Rust-Oleum Dark Wax. However, before I even start with this one, I am going to put a coat of clear wax on top of it. So my frame is not that dark, and so I can erase the excess of dark wax easily. This frame is not big, but I do recommend, if this is the first time you're trying to do this technique, make sure that you work in sections, because especially if it's a hot day, the wax is going to dry very quickly and it's going to be more difficult to remove. So try waxing in dark wax a small section, and then almost immediately come with a bit of clear wax to get the effect. Okay, this is what you can see what I'm going for. So I've got the dark wax in the crevices, and I've got the raised parts clean. If it happens to you that you took out too much dark wax, well, no worries. Just take your brush and put another coat of dark wax, and then come up with a cloth and take off the excess, and back and forth till it's done. So don't worry, don't stress out. That's just wax, no big deal. My first idea was to put dark wax on the small frames as well. However, I didn't like the idea at all. It still looked awful. So I had to think about another way of going out of it. Then I thought, okay, let's give paint a go. Let's paint it. Let's see if I can do something to these frames. I mean, if paint can actually save the frames. So again, I used the bamboo green and the dusty pink to paint each of the frames. And then I took a wet cloth and I started distressing. And when everything was dry, I used a little bit of dark wax in all the crevices to give the frame a little bit more of dimension. And this is how it looks now, which is a lot better than what it was before. Now let's jump to the mirror frames because they are dry already. So what I did to both of them, not only the green but the pink as well, is I used white wax on them. I am taking a special care while massaging all this wax into all the nooks and crannies, because in a moment I'm gonna come with the clear wax and you will see how I'm just rubbing the clear wax on top of all the raised parts, taking off the white wax. I want the white wax to stay in the crevices while I bring the green back with the clear wax. So do you remember that picture frame, that bigger picture frame? Well, this is it. I can't show you the actual process of making this picture frame because it was done during my furniture makeover classes. That my student did it. She really wanted to learn decoupage. So I was like, okay, I've got a project for you to do. So what you can see, there's this pretty thing on the frame, that's a decoupage paper. And what I'm doing now is I am putting a layer of clear coat in flat to make sure that everything is protected. Well, so the last thing to do is the assembly, and we're done. Please check out all the videos in the playlist of all the other fabulous YouTubers who participated in the challenge. And I am very grateful to wonderful Crystal and Kat for hosting the challenge. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.